So, uh, I'm just gonna be showing off this password manager I recently created with PyCharm and stuff. And, yeah, I'll explain everything possible I can. So, um, so, um, let's get started. So, there's a lot of things that are inside of this, and I really have a lot of things to explain in front of all of this. And I'll just try to explain as much as I can. So, I'm gonna explain some code. So, uh, so, um, I'm gonna start off with a random code. So, I'm going to try to make my code as simple as possible. And the reason why I'm going to make it as simple as possible because I'm working with the JSON and I'm just learning how to like work with it and stuff. And as long as everything is simple, I can just focus on new things we've learned and in this case, instead of opening, well, I haven't got to that part yet. Anyways, so as you can see, I have my information. Well, not all my information. This is just a random what I put up. This is not actually an eBay, so basically basically um I created a lot of code in order for me to actually make this as simple as possible for you guys to understand. So in order to write a JSON file, I didn't have to use like a simple one code, and I decided to use a method called JSON dump. And obviously, since this is a JSON thing, I had to insert a JSON module, and obviously since more packages I had to like install and stuff. So basically, I wrote a few lines of code into the JSON.dump, and also I'm gonna just explain all of the JSON, like the JSON strips of code. So basically, JSON.dump is about writing the code. Basically, I put some new data inside of here, and I put a data file inside of here, and I'm basically going to run this, and it's going to write. JSON.load is right here. Basically, it reads data. Literally, that's all. Literally, that's all it does. It just reads the data and it inserts it. Then the last one is update. So, basically, all I do is just update my JSON code, and that's it. And yeah, it's very complicated if you just think about it for a sec. Anyways, so that's how I made a password manager. I made a dictionary. This dictionary contains two keys, the email and also the password. So the values are pretty self-explanatory, and it's the email we got from this line of code, and the password is the password we got from this line of code. So it's pretty complicated. So since I made this dictionary, I used it to dump a JSON file. So basically, I just dumped the data inside of a JSON file, and the next input I put in it's gonna the next bar I put up was inside of this line. Now, this is how it looks so far. So as you can see, it says password manager in my pass. Basically, if you don't know how this works, basically, if you don't remember any type of passwords you want and you make a new account, you can always come here and you can save your passwords into this. So it could be whatever website you want, okay? So I'm just gonna say like, let's say I do like Walmart, something like that. I do like Walmart. Walmart. So basically, I could either enter in a password, or I could just let it generate my password. I think this is good. So then I press add. And then when I go to the data, it shows this. Pretty strange, huh? Yeah. You insert, all you have to do, insert your email, insert your password, and boom, you're in. And this can do like various things too. It can do eBay. It can also do eBay. It can also do Amazon. Yeah, and if I leave any field empty, it just say please don't leave any field empty. Yeah, as you can see, it switched. So I generate my own password, and boom, it says Amazon. So yeah, basically, this is basically just for anybody who just doesn't remember the passwords. And I always remember my passwords because I do a lot of stuff on my computer. Well, I don't do that much stuff on my computer that much though. So in any other way, I wouldn't say anything less. But since this I haven't put anything into like a lot of thought, and um since no, forget it. Never mind. Just pretend I didn't say anything. Okay. Alright. So anyways, um, anyways, obviously, this this is how my recent code started out to be as. Oh, this is how my normal code was. It started out as this. Okay, you might be thinking, man, that's kind of weird for me to see. Like, I don't really know what it looks like and stuff. Well, that's okay because basically I improved it by adding an argument, and I put it inside of JSON.dump, and I called it indent. I provided the numbers of the space and indent all the JSON data, so that it becomes much easier to read. So basically, I'm not gonna do anything inside of here. I'm just gonna do this, and I'm gonna do like eBay, and then enter my generated password, add, and this is what it turned out to be. It looks way more easier. It shows you the website, shows you the email, aka the username, and it shows you the password. So that way it can make it like a lot more easier, like in robot type of text. So the next one I'm going to tell you is how I can load data from either my JSON file or how to read from it. So this is where the load. So this is where JSON.load comes in. So I commented up with line of code, but I'm not gonna I commented this line of code, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to screw everything up and stuff. So yeah, basically I pass a file path. So basically uh basically this is where JSON.load comes in and just like fix everything. So basically so once I loaded up the data, since I gotta save it in a I saved it in a variable called data, but I didn't add that because I already knew how to, put stuff, and I could add like, but yeah, I did that. So basically, I don't know what I could put in. I could put in like all of this and just put all of that, and it would go in as long as I'm hitting the add. But as long as I can hit the add button, it's gonna trigger. It's gonna trigger this part of code, no matter what it is. It's just gonna trigger this line of code, and no matter how it is. It has all of this. idea is no matter how much I hit this, so no matter how many things I put in the website and the password, all I have to do is press the add button and boom. Now, obviously, I could just randomly like put another line of code and it could just, still work. But without any entities to format and formatting, instead, what the load method does is essentially takes the JSON data and converts it into a Python dictionary. So, sorry. Basically, if I were to add another line of code, it would just be like, let's say, if I were to add like print type data, type data. Basically, it's just a normal dictionary and all that stuff. Now, basically, here's what else I can do. Here's what else I'm able to do. Essentially, I could just jump, I could just dump and JSON load to serialize and deserialize from JSON data to Python dictionaries. So I'm just checking my OBS for a sec, and because I don't really want to screw anything up. Yeah, it allows me to free interchange of information. I can change this into a JSON, as you can see right here, to store it, and then I can take it out of the storage, and I can take it out of the storage and turn it in Python dictionary and to easily work in the code. Now that I've already know how to see, write, and read, the last thing I want to show you is how I updated the data. Because if we have a new piece of data come in, we want to add this JSON, but we don't want to overwrite it. But we also don't want to append the end to it because as you can imagine, if we had something that we just appended to the end, that's not a like this to the end. Like if I just add copy and paste this and just add another one, yeah, that's not a valid data structure. And that's why we're getting all these errors. Now, instead of doing it manually, we're going to use the built-in JSON update. I just called it data update. Yeah, and then use JSON update. So we already got some data inside of. this file, and I'm gonna change and write again. Well, no. But we want to take this data and put some new existing in there with the new data that's been passed in. To do that, we have to first load up the data, and so obviously I uncommented the line that I did before, just to make sure I was everything on track. And after I got most of the data, I typed in data.update, and we update the new data, and what happened so far is with our new data. We're up in the dictionary. We use the update method in the dictionary with some new piece of data. Now, the next thing we want to do is we actually have to write the data back into this file. So we have to use back into this file. So we have to use this one of code using JSON.dump, aka the write code. But instead of dumping the new data, I'm just gonna dump the data that we have updated right here. So basically, I copied and pasted, and then put it right here. And yeah, I just put it right there. Basically, we're just gonna basically I had some comments that way I wouldn't get so confused. We are reading the old data, we are updating with new data, and we're finally saving the updated data. Yeah, we got two things happening. We got reading and we got sorry. We got reading and we got writing. So we can split this. So we can split this code into 2 sections. First, we open the file and read mode. We got the hold of the data. We already got that. We update the data and we open the file again. But in case we open it mode, this time we're gonna dump the data we've updated over into that data file, aka this. We delete all the text from the website and the password entries in this line and this type of lines of new code. Now we replace our previous function where we just plain text to our oh my god, I'm just gonna sorry. Text to our data sets. So basically, if I were to run it now, basically, so yeah, basically, if I just type in something like this, right now I have, oops, okay, so I'm gonna do eBay and read a random password. As you can see, it has this. It's a code error because of these errors. So let me remove that. So you always have to keep aware about the terminal, okay? The terminal is like one of the places where you're going to find something that like it's like the only place where you can like find the errors to your code. So yeah, basically, so basically, I was with eBay, generate password, add. I'll wait a few seconds, and boom, it upgraded. So basically, I'm gonna do like Google. Basically, if I were to do Google, oh boy. Well, you guys can't really see it, so hold on. Let me do this real quick. Now, hold on. I want to do something real quick. So, alright. So, it's on this little screen. Right, okay. So, yeah, we're here. Now I'm just put this in my videos because, yeah. So, yeah, basically, I do type in Google. Oh, you can see the notes. Alright, yeah. So I type in Google, then I generate a random password, and then I add it. Put this out of the way real quick. And then I press in the data.json file, move up to the main.py, and I press the main.json, it updated. So yeah, that's gonna be the end for this video. Basically, there's json.dump, aka the writing. You write some code into the script. The next one, we have we have json.load, aka we're just reading some data from the past, or like just reading some data from right now. And then last but not least, we have the update, aka json.update. We update the data, as you can see. I'm gonna do it one more time. And then I'm just gonna do it one more time. So yeah, right now I have Google, so I could change this and make it into Safari. I'm going to generate my password, add it, boom, updated. As you can see, it updates. So basically, it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun though, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, basically, that's it. And this is my password manager. This is only used for some people who actually don't know the password and stuff. I recommend you use this a lot because, you're going to need it, okay? You don't need to run it with anything. You just need a few packages, aka just 2 packages, which JSON and pandas, and boom, you have your password manager. Or if you're like on iPhone or something like that, yeah. If you're like on an iPhone or something like that, it won't work. But it probably won't work because you already have a password manager, like you could save your passwords and stuff. So it probably won't work. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope that you guys probably enjoyed this. I don't know how if you guys would enjoy it, but I'll try to make things fun as possible in my next video. So, peace.